That shit nice, huh? Yeah. I'm so glad that we're recording already. Let's just make it up as we go. I say well, as people can see on the YouTube and all that kind of stuff. Sarah, start the stopwatch. We're doing this live.
We are.
We're just gonna do it live.
Okay.
That's the best way to approach this here. Hello and welcome. Hail, you're here. Welcome to my home.
Man, I'm so excited to be here. Wow.
I
feel like I'm live on the Tonight Show.
Yo, welcome. No, well, at least I'm not Jimmy Fallon. Like, I love him to death, but like, oh man, give it up for the Roots guys. Like, my man is so corny. Like, my man is so corny.
He can't help it though.
Like, no, and I love him. Like, Jimmy, I love you. Like,
we love you, Jimmy.
I love Jimmy, but my man's a big cornball. You know what I'm saying? My man's a big cornball. Yo, this is gonna be a wild episode. I feel like this is a holiday special of all holiday specials. We're still gonna have like a holiday special kind of thing too, and that's a big surprise to the people. But y'all, as you can see on YouTube, so of course subscribe there. Unfiltered Gems Podcast. Thank you. Ryan is here, baby. We in person.
I made it all the way out to Long Beach, baby.
Oh,
here.
Welcome everybody. This is really awesome. I'm excited to just like dive into the show. So let's just run the theme music. We're gonna do it. We're gonna dive in. Because we're going to talk about whatever we talk about today. We're going to talk about our favorite albums this year.
Yep, got to. Speaking of albums, we're going to talk about Drake and his breaking news that was just announced a few hours ago.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
I have questions.
Yeah.
I have questions.
Got to talk about CNN.
Yeah. Andrew or Chris? Who?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I'll
help you along the way.
Okay, thank you. Which was the... Just confused. Latest episode of Insecure.
Man. What an episode.
What an episode. They're blue balling me is what they're doing.
3 episodes away from the finale?
I can't.
Goodness.
I can't.
I
love it.
Man, it had me happy and just completely sad at the same time.
At the same time.
Crazy roller coaster.
Yeah, man. We'll get into all that. Probably a whole lot more because you're in person. Bro, like, golly. Let's do it. Look, it's wild. Like, we never get a chance to do it, but this is only our second podcast.
Live. Yep.
All right, run it. Theme music. I don't know why I'm a mixture of a lot of things, yo. I think it's different.
It's probably different because this is the first time me actually being in your spot. Out here. This is my first time in Cali in a minute too,
bro. And you just got here. Like you just landed. I just picked this. I just picked my man's up from the airport. Like, and now you're here. And I think it's what it is. Like you're in my home for the first time too. And you were. I mean, not like you hadn't been to my crib in Phoenix, right?
And or your other cribs out here, because I came to your other cribs when you lived in.
You've been to my family, like you've been to my mom's, you've been to my dad's.
Oh yeah, but
did you come to my spot in Inglewood?
No, actually.
See, so I feel like you've only been.
This is the first spot I've been.
This is like the first spot out here. And
that's true.
It's just I don't know. I think that's why. So it's like when I was at your spot, like I had been to your spot plenty of times.
Right.
And then we did it, and it was special because it was our first time in person. And now it's like you're just out here, and I think for like the I don't want to say too much, but what we're gonna create this week, and just all the memories we're gonna create this week, bro. Like because we are here for just a good time as brothers. We just here for presents, as we mentioned, what we're grateful for. But then we're also gonna create some stuff for y'all, for the people listening.
It's only right.
It's only right. So thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching. Subscribe everywhere at Unfiltered Gems Podcast.
That's right.
If you get to our ats, you're gonna get everywhere. So whatever you're doing, subscribe.
Yep.
Subscribe. We appreciate it. Thanks so much. There's some really cool stuff to get down to. Breaking news as far as our friend Aubrey Graham.
Aubrey Graham, my guy.
What is
what is happening with
Drizzy?
So I guess recently it was announced that Drake has withdrawn his 2 Grammy nominations. One was for obviously Rap Album of the Year with CLB, and the other was for Best Rap Performance for Way Too Sexy. But he has withdrawn both of those. Obviously, people are trying to assume and figure out why that may be. Some people are saying it's because of the lawsuits around Astroworld. Some people are saying that it is because of how he feels about the Grammys from some posts that he made after the Grammys last year. So nobody really knows. He hasn't commented on it yet. It's just announced, like I said, a few hours ago. So kind of trying to figure out the reasoning behind it. Going off of his comments that he made last year, he was just pretty much saying how the Grammys don't really go as they should go, if that makes sense. Like,
well, yeah,
they
we know that.
yeah, we know that. It's more politics and stuff like that, and he's just saying that we should create something different. It's time to create something better. It doesn't give the highest recognition to the best people. So I don't know. I don't know if it's politics. I don't
know
if
if withdrawing yourself from the Grammys
is gonna do anything.
Is the politic though? The
that's what I'm
politic
saying.
is creating the thing, like
right. That's why I don't know if it's politics because.
Honest question.
Mm-hmm.
Honest question. Do you think he withdrew because he didn't think that his music
would win?
Couldn't compete in the categories?
No, because I think it could have competed.
Really? We talked about the nomination in the last episode.
We did.
Go listen.
I don't think he would have won, but I don't think it would have been.
That's what I'm saying, because he knew he wouldn't win. Just knew he wouldn't win.
I don't think so. Because he submitted before and lost.
I don't know. This just seems like, I don't know, just don't seem it.
Really?
I don't know.
You think it's a little alternative motive?
I do think there's an alternative motive. And I don't know what it is. Like, again, it's just like you just get exposure. You get, like, all you do is you get more streams from something like this. It's just, like, he is the king of publicity stunts. Like, think about all the fodder leading into CLB, right? The dates in the stadiums, and he's with this girl and he's with that girl in this video.
It was only one date.
Whatever. No, I'm saying, but then like, no, it's one. No, I'm saying one date in the stadium, but then
right.
But then like the speculations of we thought he was with one girl and then it was another one. Like it just, you know what I'm saying? Like, and of course, like, it's just like he's a character. No.
I get what
like,
you're saying.
Tyler the Creator's a character.
Right.
Josh Gambino the character. Like. Beyonce in albums, Kanye, like, right, they're playing a character, they're playing a role. Like, Pharrell was talking about that on the podcast with Mark Ronson, The Fader Uncovered, and just what he admires about some of the favorite artists that he's produced for is that they're characters. I totally like. I just, again, like, I think this year he's just shown like really creative ways to just like keep his name in our mouths, and
like,
I think
only he can.
Like only he can, and it's just like. I still didn't like the music. I don't know. It's just.
Oh no.
Look, we'll get into it because I think you're gonna be making some sacrifices. There's some truth. Tell the truth, hell. Tell the truth.
He's stupid.
Tell the truth. Come on.
Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that later. But I will say that I do agree with Drake in his comments from last year, stating that they do need to create something else because the Grammys isn't it. Like we say every year. I mean, I knew the Grammys wasn't it when Ryan McLemore beat J. Cole in that one year.
I love that you called it like Ryan McLemore.
What? That's not his name? That's not his name?
Ryan McLemore, yo! From now on! Right from now on! No, I'm not gonna disrespect my man's like that. Like,
that's not his name?
That's not his name. No, like it's Macklemore and his producer. It's Macklemore and Ryan. I forget. I actually forget his name. His last one. But no.
I have no idea.
But
so it's just Macklemore. Once he won that
over Good Kid, Mad City. Yeah, no. Exactly.
Over Good Kid, Mad City. It wasn't even over J. Cole.
No, Born Center was the next year, and and it was another album that was like wasn't as great, and Born Center did it.
Yeah,
didn't make it. So.
But yeah, I've been over the Grammy since then. To be honest,
no, 100%.
It's all politics.
It is, and every single year we see how it plays out. Again, certain artists are gonna get certain favor applying their work to the Grammys. Right. It never represents black music well.
That's why they got the BET Awards now. Or not now, but
well. But the thing is, it's like it's the prestige. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
It's the prestige of the Grammys because I still don't think like BET Awards are great and all,
but they're not.
They're not
close to the Grammys.
They're not Grammys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Like BET Awards up your price.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But a Grammy ups your tax bracket
without
just a Grammy nomination.
Yesterday's price
is not today's price. Like, it's just
absolutely.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's where it's like, yeah, it's big like Grammy so white, big fuck Grammys over here, but also at the same time, like.
If I get a Grammy,
yesterday's price
is not today's.
It's not today's price.
Big fact.
Look.
But my thing is this:
we did the podcast last week. International DJ is on the resume now.
Yeah,
okay.
Literally.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
No, bro, you're 100% right. My question though is, or my thing is, like, I don't know what you're going to create that's going to compete with the Grammys.
I
And I
don't.
know Drake made the comment like we need to create something, start building it up to pass on to the next generation. That sounds amazing, but I don't know. It's going to take a lot more than just you Withdrawn to start that. Like it would be different if the whole rap category withdrew, or if everybody starts withdrawing year after year, something like that. But it's gonna take more than you. I get it. Like we need
Mhm.
one domino to fall,
Mhm.
and that's a big one.
100%.
But what are you gonna create?
Yes.
Like what would we create that's gonna compete, and how does that look, or something like that? Because it can't be another BET award or something like that,
And
because it's
exactly
not
like
getting that.
and look, there's the NAA. I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's like
Right.
the NAACP awards as
Yeah.
well, like the
Yeah.
Image Awards, and like there are so many awards, and there's so many there are so many pillars that I think as the Black community that we've already created,
Mm-hmm.
right? We mention those, and again, we still mention the prestige, like,
Exactly.
and that's just what it is in this capitalistic world, in this system still very white, still very dominated by white patriarchy.
Mm-hmm.
Even then our own people's awards still aren't stacking up, still don't have the prestige, still don't have the money attached to what a Grammy nom,
Right.
does. So I don't know if it's creating something new, or is it, do we need to fully support the NAACP awards? Do we
Or
need to
BET. Well, yeah.
like how do we show support for those outlets in a way, or build them up to carry that same prestige?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just a question of prestige, because we all know a Grammy is still a Grammy.
Right.
No matter the politics attached to it, we still talk about the nominations. We're still going to watch it. We're still going to be just as shocked when so and so wins.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to say, "Oh, this is the first Black someone to win this one." We have to hear that shit again. Like,
Exactly.
I just be over it. Like we're going.
And what year the Grammys is this? Do you know
I don't know.
offhand? But I mean,
know.
I know it's got to be close to 100.
Mhm.
So I mean, if the Grammys have been going on for so long, it's just going to be very hard to just end it. Something that's going on this long is so powerful like that and so prestigious.
And I don't think the Grammys are going to change.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not going to change. That's the thing. So what do we create? Because that's the only thing that you can do. If it's not going to change, then you must either create something or support what we already have in place. But my only thing with the BET and the NAACP awards is there's so many great artists that are still affected by politics that aren't Black artists still. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
That still need to be supported in something like outside the Grammys.
100% too.
So whatever that looks like, that's what should be created. Or that's what it should be. Even the American Music Awards are whack.
Yeah. I mean, but again, it's all a politic. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just what it is. Like, to a Grammys, there's still people that want to, like, we have the Billboard Awards, and we have like
the VMAs,
and the iHeart Awards. And the thing. Like, it's just like there's already all these pillars. I think inclusivity is really what's going to shine at the end of the day if we're going to be driving forward. And so it's not that I want one day. I don't know. I don't have to support the Grammys, or I watch the Grammys. I don't, in some way, I play a part in supporting it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But what I'd like to see, and maybe this is the hopeless romantic in me, or the hopeful one here, but inclusivity is going to be what the key is here. And I think as the Grammy board and the people that are making the selections, as the politics in this country, and as all of that ages out, as older white men age out of this and transition out of the roles that we're in, we are seeing more Black people. We're seeing more Indigenous people. We're seeing more queer people. We're seeing more like Latino people. Like, you're seeing more Asian people across the diaspora, right? It's like we're gonna have Korean representation. We're gonna have Chinese representation. We're gonna have Thai representation. Like, you're getting that now, and we still need more radically.
Yeah.
That's, I'm always gonna say. I'm like, sorry, no. Everyone has to step to the side and let. There's people I still have to let in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking to be let in, and I still want to hold the door open for like a lot of other people that I just don't see still have the opportunity. So inclusivity is going to be the key ingredient here, and I think just by nature we're going to get that over the time with the Grammys. So I think
think so?
I do. I'd like to think so, because I think that's what I'm saying. I think it's just a natural part of the evolution. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
Think about the world. What they always say, by 2050, like, the average kid's going to be like mixed race.
So then
it's going to happen.
So not to cut you off, but in saying that, are you saying then that we shouldn't necessarily create something different, but more so, not wait, but just kind of, I guess, wait, be patient until the Grammys changes over time? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know if I'm waiting on it. I guess I'm I'm not indifferent. I want to see because I'm attracted to prestige,
Mm-hmm.
so I want to see the Grammys be more inclusive. I would
But
love.
what if
to
that's not for? What if that's not till a 2050 or a 2040 or something like that? What if that's not till then? And we're not seeing some of these amazing artists win awards like we talked about the last podcast.
Yeah.
You think Tyler Creator should win Best Rap Album? And I would not be mad if he did win it.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't win it and it's given to Kanye or Nas,
Yeah,
because of politics,
yeah,
that's a
it's another blow.
Yeah.
It's BS. Like, and I think we're always gonna see it, but I don't know. I'm also one of those where I never would have. I don't know. I could only just imagine the day that Tyler would be on the Grammy stage.
Yeah.
I'm also he was nominated and won for Best Rap Album
right.
2 years ago for Igor. And again, the politic in that is the fact that Igor was a pop album. It wasn't. He rapped in it,
Mhm.
but it should have been in the album of the year category or the pop album, right? Like I'm all that politic. I need to see change, and I think just over time, inclusivity is going to happen. Whether or not it happens tomorrow, no. Everything is slow. Like
Yep.
I guess I keep relating it back to actual politics because it's just like look at our government right now. Look at our president. Like it's like even just because you say you're a Democrat doesn't mean that you're pro-black.
Right.
Just
No.
because just because like what I'm saying, just because you're in the White House or say that you're blue doesn't mean that you support black folk.
No,
You know
you're
what
right.
I'm saying,
You're
or indigenous people, or it's not radical enough for me.
Mhm.
And so I just see, but what we see is just we see inclusivity happening over time, and I think it's just exponential, and it's going to be up for maybe radical moves like Drake withdrawing. I just don't know if it sends the right statement because I think Grammy's still just going to do what Grammys do as white on white, right?
Yep.
So it's just like it's going to keep happening. I would have maybe wanted a more radical decision. You know what I'm saying? Like I like when artists like protest the Super Bowl. Like no, I won't perform at the Super Bowl despite the
What
check.
could be more radical though? Because he wasn't planning to perform at the Grammys, most likely.
Sure.
So
And maybe it is. What's more radical is like never submitting another album for the Grammys.
Yeah.
But maybe put a condition on it.
Right.
Because that's where you have the power.
Yeah.
Could Beyonce, could Jay-Z, could these really big, and could Coldplay, could like take the bigger white acts as well. Could, as an artist community in the name of equity and inclusivity for all people,
Mm-hmm.
could all of you in the music industry, even the country acts, you know what I'm saying, the ones that are becoming very progressive as well, could you all withdraw music from the Grammys?
That would be a huge step.
That's it, until we can make sure that, can you create more? Look, now I had another idea, and I'm like, before I say that, I'd have to copyright it. So like, let me, but like, what I'm saying, I know there's diversity boards and advisory boards. I would love to know the work that they're doing because it's like there's conditions that artists can set
Mm-hmm.
as well. If an artist community protests, not just black artists, but everyone, and maybe that there's a way for an artist to finally have a better say of like, no, I want this category. I want, and again, I don't know the ins and outs, but
Right.
Look, I'm done with the Grammys. I'm done with the Grammys. Look, we got to move on.
Yeah.
We got to move on. Definitely. We got to move on because I can talk about this for all day. I could.
My last thing I'm going to say on it though is outside of inclusiveness, like you mentioned, something else that they need to do. I guess it's not outside of it because it's more inclusive for the people who are voting on the Grammys. I think because those people are mostly white people, mostly people who listen to certain genres of music or don't really know what's going on in hip hop or R&B and stuff like that. That's why we see Kanye getting nominated for Donda and stuff like that. I'm not gonna. I just think that's
you mad?
Ridiculous. But
mad?
I just think we need more people voting so we can change.
He big man.
I can't
mad.
argue with you.
I can't.
No, I just think that needs to change up so we can see some better people winning.
Yeah,
who are more deserving, should I say?
And that's subjectively to us, right? More
True.
deserving. Again, representation and inclusivity will be the answer to that. Because
exactly.
There's
more diversity in the
more diversity
people.
in that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's not. I think the black artists that should be nominated, we're slowly getting there. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't even talk about too many snubs this year that were like really surprising. Right. Maybe just it wasn't the biggest year for music. Pandemic year still is affecting performing and everything. Like the artists that need to be nominated are still being nominated. I'm never too mad at, or I understand most of the time the nominations. It's like, okay, politically, it just makes sense, right?
Right.
Maybe also I'm somebody, I like the game. So that's why I'm always going to be looking at the Grammys, because I see it.
Yeah.
Like, I peep game at the work that it takes to, like, get there.
Yeah.
And so when you get it, it's like dope.
Yeah.
You know? So inclusivity and representation are going to be those things that allow for not just black artists, but for all artists to really get in the door.
Yeah.
And then we see it. Like, think about the artists that you listen to that, like, that are queer and, like, that are open about it, and we can have and they have a place now to, like, celebrate that, and we can listen, like, as men,
right,
and be comfortable doing so. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that it's about comfortability, but just the accessibility and where I think we are at as a society and how accepting we are. It's like we're progressing at a beautiful in a beautiful way. I don't want to say a pace, because quite frankly, it's like it can't change faster enough for me. I'm like, let's go. Like, let's bring everybody into the fold, right? We're going to see that over time.
Yeah.
It's just going to happen. Of course, I want it to be very soon, very quickly. Yeah, I do.
But yeah, I get that you're hopeful. So,
but I'm hopeful.
Yeah,
that's it.
I understand.
Untitled Gems podcast. We want to know your thoughts on Drake withdrawing from the Grammys. Does it send the right message? Do you think it sends the right message, or is it not radical enough for you?
That's a good question. Good question. Speaking of radical moves,
yes,
though, CNN made one that was pretty radical for them letting go of their number one show host, and Chris Cuomo. Yeah. CNN's number one.
Andrew.
Chris. Andrew's the governor. Or was the governor, sorry, of New York. Chris
Thank you
is
for that.
CNN.
Lord,
You can never get it right.
I'm sorry. Like, you would think I would by now, but I still can't.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, what's wild to me is, I mean, birds of a feather screw together is what they say. So like the Cuomo brothers, like the fact that, like, where there's smoke, there's fire. Like, the brother's already, like, the governor, the governor, he already in hot water.
Right.
So it doesn't surprise me, because I think already the smoke was the fact that Chris was pretty mums the word about reporting on it and really not wanting to talk about his brother, which makes sense.
It's your brother.
It's your brother. Like, might as well be you. Yeah. Like, obviously, I get it. Let me air out the family drama in front of the nation.
Yeah,
I could only imagine.
Yeah,
but like, yeah, I mentioned the birds of a feather analogy because now he has allegations against him.
So the allegations isn't even what got him fired. That's what's crazy. The allegations actually have nothing to do with it getting him fired.
Oh God, see, I know nothing about like what's going on here.
So pretty much, pulling up an article here, it looks like Chris Cuomo was actually fired because CNN found out after doing an investigation. So they suspended him. Then a couple days later, they fired him because they investigated and found out that he had done more work to help his brother during the whole scandal.
Oh, so he helped his brother cover up
or whatnot. They say that he aided his older brother behind the scenes in combating sexual harassment allegations, texting and strategizing with top aides, investigating accusers, and snooping on other journalists writing about the claims. So it looks like he was doing, you know what's crazy? I'll be honest. He looks like he was doing what I would do for one of my sisters. That's honestly what it looks like he was doing. Okay. Now, it's not right because of his position. Maybe so.
Wow.
But it looks like something I would do for one of my sisters. Like, if you're in hot water, I'm going to try to figure out, what do they have on you? What do I know what's going on? What are they saying about you?
I'm just shocked.
I'm calling the lawyers. What are we doing? Or how are you working? How are you operating? Blah, blah, blah. You get what I'm saying? That's why it's like, dang, you are.
But when it comes to sexual assault, like, because I guess, literally, thank you for saying it, because my question to you was going to be, at what lengths would you go to protect your loved one? And yes, specifically like a sibling, right? So boom, you already said, like, your sisters, right? You know what I'm saying? I got my brothers, my sisters, like, even if it's more like, if it's morally wrong.
And if it's morally wrong, I am not saying that they should get away with it by any case. Like, you need to serve the time. Like, you have ruined somebody's life, hurt somebody in a way that I can't even imagine. So I'm not trying to plead or make an excuse for if it was my sibling or whatnot.
Yeah.
But as a sibling, there's a bond and a connection, that you have for them, even when they're dead wrong. Like, you might be dead wrong, but okay, I don't want you to get the max. Let me see how I can help you so that you could bro, I'm speaking real, bro. This is this is so real.
No, it's like no, but you say it, and I definitely identify, and I think a lot of people listening or watching would definitely identify, right? Because it's like, of course you're and I'm sorry, I keep having the Kevin Hart show on Netflix in my head right now about the lengths at which you'll go to help your brother. Like, I really think about it, but like, it's complicated because I really think about like being an accomplice and at what point. You know, like Vin Diesel talk about family. You know what I'm saying? Bro, Dominic Toretto all about family. But at what point is it like, nigga, this family shit like really gonna get you fucked up, gonna get me fucked up, gonna get.
And I think it's a case by case because obviously this whole thing with Andrew hasn't even fully came to light. Like we don't know everything that went down,
and I feel like
what he's actually because it might be a lot more. I mean, if you have to step down from governor during a pandemic, something. So. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So I'm not saying that this guy is just completely innocent, but I can't say that I don't understand Chris's actions. Like, it's your brother,
but okay,
not just the brother that I met in college or a brother that no. That's my brother.
That's my brother. Like, no, that's my blood.
Nah, bro.
Oh my god. No.
Bro. When I first read the article, I was like, he didn't do enough. He should have been out there protesting. I would have been out there speaking for him.
Look, well, he was I know. You have the number one spot on CNN, and you didn't want to talk about one of the biggest stories in the country at the time.
And he had that power because he had the number one show on CNN.
That's a form of protest. That nigga was on this, like, that's protest.
You're right.
You gonna tell your whole newsroom.
You're right.
Oh, I'm gonna ignore the biggest story.
We're not talking about that.
Oh wait. You want to talk about my brother and the sexual assault? Oh no. Like that was like
not happening. Not happening. And I get it.
God, man, that's hard.
I get it, and I'm not saying that I don't get why he was fired and he stepped away from his Sirius XM radio show as well. I get why he did all of that, and he said it was tough on his family for the last week. I get it.
There's a point at which the morality has to outweigh the family tie.
Okay, let me ask you then, because you literally have a brother.
I have two brothers.
Right. Okay, you got two brothers.
I have two brothers and three sisters.
So let me ask you then, if this is
shout out to all of them.
If this is one of your brothers in this situation, because let's just talk man to man. What lengths are you going to go to make sure that he is protected at all costs? Morally, like if you sat down with him and he was like, okay, everything they saying is not exactly true, but I can't lie. I did do this. I did do that. I did do this, and it's wrong. But you like, I know if he goes to court or whatever, they're gonna try to give him everything they have. So let's figure out how we can help you. What's the lengths that you gonna go? Or like, where do you draw the line? I guess
it's more where I draw the line,
right?
Because I literally said on the last podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta be consistent here. This is a performance, right? Like I mentioned, like believe black women, right? In reference of Ari Lennox.
Oh, yeah.
And I really truly believe that. I believe women, believe black women. Like like it's really hard when it comes to sexual assault. I really don't play with that, right?
No, and
So,
but look at it as your brother though.
No, I understand.
Because I get.
But I'm worse than a judge if it comes to that. Because it's like I have questions. I need witnesses. I need the whole thing. Because if you did it, if you really did it,
then you're not helping him.
It's not that I'm not helping him. What is my help gonna do? Like, what is my help gonna do outside of? Again, like Chris is in a place of power where he has it. Like it's like I'm imagining. Like I'm more imagining myself right now.
No. I'm saying imagine yourself. I'm saying. Okay, well, I'm just saying. Imagine if you had.
I ain't gonna be able to do nothing. I ain't gonna be able to do much for you other than pray with you, and say, well, like you got to look inward and see why the hell would you do that?
Exactly.
Like, it's not. None of it is okay. Like I don't see where I have the capacity to even
right now. But look. Let's just say you have power. Let's say you are the Black Chris Cuomo, and you got your brother who is going through this. Like, I'm saying as a man of power, how
I just
are you
really
gonna
thought
help?
of a terrible blood joke, but I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah, please don't.
I'll let the people.
Yeah, save them from that. I'm just saying, like, because for
Bris,
me, it's like,
bris, bromo, you know.
yeah, okay. You're so stupid. Oh my god.
Sorry, no, I'm sorry. Some people gonna fuck with it, some people won't. I'm sorry. That was just to myself.
Bro, I'm just saying, like, I totally get the morality thing, especially when it comes to sexual assault. But it's like I also get, like, I get both sides. Like, I also get, like, it's your blood. It's part of your nature.
But
as
you
a
did
sibling
it. It's like,
to help you, and
but okay, like, but it's like, okay, it's cool. Like, my sibling killed somebody.
you gonna help him?
Help him? What? You killed somebody, nigga. What am I gonna do? Like,
Bury the body.
no, my God. Like, I'm at the like, oh man, it's hard because like
It's hard, bro.
I know for a lot of black folk and a lot of people, right? We have like hey, like don't snitch kind of thing, you know. And it's just like I can't tell, like, you know what I'm saying. There's
And like I said
man.
to begin with, it's a case by case scenario.
But like I don't know. All I see is the spaces where we create cycles for more trauma and more trash, like trash
True.
men, trash women, trash people.
True.
By like, and it's not a matter of snitching, like, because clearly it's like all what's in the dark is gonna come to light eventually.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like even if you're staying indifferent or staying silent on it,
yeah,
it's gonna hit one day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the day that it hits, which side are you on? Because if you really did it, just not saying anything, maybe it just didn't help you go away for how X amount of years.
Right.
You're still going away because you did it.
Yeah. No,
and the longer that I'm an accomplice, I can't live with trauma like that. I think that's why.
See,
like,
I don't look at Chris Cuomo as an accomplice here, though.
You're an accomplice.
No, he's not an accomplice.
What?
No, he's not.
No, this man is an accomplice. This man is an accomplice.
You can't be You can't be an accomplice of something that happened way after the fact. And he didn't do anything illegal.
No,
It'll be one thing if he was hitting up the victims
okay.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, no.
He didn't do that.
No,
So all he did was talk to the aides, investigate the accuser, stuff like that. No, I'm not saying, I'm not trying to minimize it, but I'm saying I wouldn't call that an accomplice per se. He was acting more so. He was probably acting outside of his role. His role as a reporter, as a host, he was more so acting as like a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? So, but then again, bro, like I said, I get it. It's your blood. Like, it's in your nature to try to help your sibling.
It's a slippery slope, and it's like
it's a very slippery slope.
This is a very slippery slope, man.
Yeah.
And it's like these conversations have to be handled with such care.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
and it's easy
because I'm not trying to make light of sexual assault or anything
no,
like
of course
that.
not.
Yeah,
And I hope that's not the perception here. But it's really unfortunate because it's like, at what length do you go to help your blood? And it's like,
exactly. That's the question.
I have really, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, like my siblings and I will always talk about, you know, hey, well, look, you know, anything happened, babe, you know what I'm saying? We talk about like, I'll ride for you, but then you don't really know what that means until you're also in it.
That's why I said it's a case by case thing.
You know what it is, but
Yeah.
but when it comes to sexual assault, it's like, if you really did it, you did it.
Mm-hmm.
If you really did it, you did it.
Yeah.
There's I mean, Cuomo has Chris has a level of power that I don't. So maybe it's just
right.
Like, it's just imagining like me right now with like, what could I do?
Yeah, and it's hard to think like that.
Like the only thing that I could do in that space is like not say anything. But then to hold on to it, I think that's what I mean. In some quantum sense, you're an accomplice, because it's like to then know something and be silent about it and just say, okay, cool, my sibling did X, and I know it now. Whether it comes to light 5 years, 6 years, or comes to light 5 minutes from now, any of that, it's just like, and if the only thing that you can do is be silent about it, you're an accomplice. You know what I'm saying? Like, in a quantum sense, like in the spiritual sense of holding onto this information and now having to hold that. Like,
yeah,
I feel guilty.
Yeah, that would be too much on you, it sounds like.
It would be a lot on me.
And I'm not saying it wouldn't be a lot on me. I'm not trying to, like I said, make light of it or anything like that. It's just,
and it should.
It's just my nature, bro. Like, I don't take it lightly when I say I'm riding till the wheels fall off. Like, 100%. I will ride. Like, we gonna ride. We gonna ride. Like, that's what I've said. Like, I've been loyal to a fault sometimes, never in a illegal situation. But I'm just saying, like,
I understand.
Loyal to a fault.
Yeah.
So, like, that's just my second nature. Like, I want to protect you.
100%.
Like, even if you're wrong, like, I want to protect you to the best of my ability. Like,
100%.
sometimes there's nothing you can do. Like I said, if we're sitting here today, we don't have much power. We don't have a Chris Cuomo power. Like you may just have to do the time.
Yeah,
but it just depends. It's a case by case scenario. So I don't know, man. But that's a good question for the viewers out there, whoever's watching, whoever gets a chance to listen. What are the lengths that you would go to help out your sibling, help out your loved one? In a case like this, if you have the power like Chris Cuomo, or do you agree with what he did or whatnot? So we're going to come back in a second. Got a lot more to talk about on Unfiltered Gems. So take a quick break. We'll be back in a second.
The new Studio 54 is here, y'all. If you love disco music, house music, funk, R&B, all of those genres are played and they go crazy at Capacity Dance Party. Hosted and curated by myself, Malcolm Alexander, every single party features one of LA's best DJs and myself spinning nothing but the best dance music around, spreading across all decades. So, to get info and tickets on the next Capacity Dance Party, head over to CapacityDanceParty.com and follow us on social media at Capacity Dance Party. Oh, boy. Damn. All right. Woo! Bro, this is so hard. Okay, Unfiltered Gems podcast. My name is Malcolm Alexander.
And I am Ryan Hale.
I don't think we said names.
We did not say that.
We didn't say that.
We're,
damn,
almost halfway through the show.
Yeah, halfway through. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? How you doing? You're here.
Glad you're here.
Thanks so much. Wow. We're talking albums of the year, people.
It's that time.
It is that time. I'm sorry if you release an album outside of
December.
Okay, look. I'll start off like you already know how I feel about Kaytranada. He was like in my top played already just because like Bubba came out towards the end of last year. So like, look. It's not even that it's like an honorable mention. It's just we know who's most played. We know who's there. We're talking albums of the year. If you release albums later in the year, it's hard. Like, you know, Adele's album is on here. I'm really thinking about it. Even like Silk Sonic's, I don't know if they're going to be in my top, right? They just came out.
I know. Oh.
All right. We're talking albums of the year, people.
Yes. Let's get started. Man, let's just get started.
Let's get
top
started.
10. We're doing top 10.
We're going
to go from 10 to 1. We're going to go back and forth giving our picks. We're obviously going to have some honorable mentions in there because, you know, just like black folk, we can't stick to the script.
We can't. So, there are people that, like, again, we'll throw out honorable mentions. We'll sprinkle them in between. That's how we'll do it. Okay?
For sure. You go first to me. You got it.
All right, guys. This is really hard because I'm looking at who, like, really got sacrificed. But I was going with, like, my metrics. Like, who was I really, really, really playing? There was a lot of people that I connected with. There was just albums that I just really had some fun with this year, man. This year was really about fun, like Black Joy. It was really about Black Joy, finding those spaces, and you know the music reflected that. It was really, really dope. So rounding out number 10, my number 10 spot, Thames, If Orange Was a Place.
Man,
number 10.
One of my honorable mentions. I really like that album. Only an honorable mention for me, to be honest, because it was a late listen for me in the year. Yeah. And there was just so many other albums I was listening to. Sure. That album was really, really, really good. Really, really good. Like short, sweet.
It's just not a song to skip.
No skips.
Not a song to skip.
No skips.
Thames, If Orange Was a Place, adore it. She's in my most played as well. On the playlist, a lot of the, like, Avoid Things and just all that, like all of my playlist. And I think she's great.
Yeah. Amazing.
Amazing. So shout out to Thames at my number 10. Your number 10.
Number 10 for me, no secret, I'm a big fan of this artist. Honestly, he's probably only on my top 10 because of how many, he was my most played album and artist of the year, which is not artist of the year, but in my top 2 or 3 artists of the year this year, and most played album of the year, which is not a surprise to anybody. But this album overall, the more I listen to it, I love it. I can't lie, I love it a little less. There's certain songs I like more. But I had to give it number 10. I had to. I can't just not put it in my top 10 because it's my most played out. I have to. CLB. Drake.
Wow, at number 10 for you.
Number 10. Yeah.
Wow.
And as we go up, as I look through my list, it just makes so much more sense as I go up higher. So
I'm freaking out. Really, at number 10 for you. Holy shit, Ryan.
I had to be real with myself this year. I had to. And it was my most played album, and it's on number 10 because there was just so many. There was a lot better albums that I was like, man, this is just a really good album. And I expected this album from Drake in a way where I was like, man, this is classic Drake.
Yeah.
And I was just like, he gave me what I wanted. But these other artists that are higher on my list gave me something that I didn't expect, and that's why they're higher on my list. But CLB coming in at number 10.
Wow. Wow. I love this podcast. I love this podcast. Okay.
Number 9.
Coming in for me, two ladies that I adore. Album is amazing. Honestly, on the album, no skips. Like, love it. Love it front to back. Came out early this year, and we don't talk about him enough. I'm talking about Van Jess.
Wow. Okay.
Homegrown is the name of the album.
Got you.
In at number 10. Number 9.
Yeah.
Pardon me. In at number 9.
Got you.
No, 100%.
Okay.
Like, their album is great. Like, Caught Up with Phony People's on that joint. Like,
I don't think I really listened to that album.
Oh my God. That one has Come Over. That was like the first single off it. Just man. Okay. Like the album is just full of bops that were all in my most played. I think about Boo Thing. I think about you in the morning. Like it's just a really cool. It's a great record, dude. Like, shout out Van Jess. Number 9.
Got you. Okay.
Number 9 for you.
Yeah, I want to throw out an honorable mention before I say my number 9.
Okay, cool. I have an honorable mention too. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For my honorable mention that I want to throw out real quick, because you said Homegrown, and it made me think of another album, similar title, that I really, really loved, and I've been trying to put people on to her all year. Shout out to my girl, Joyce Rice. Ooh. The beautiful, amazing, highly talented Joyce Rice.
I enjoyed her
with her album, Overgrown. Really, really good album.
Yeah, the growth.
Yeah, the growth. The growth. I mean, amazing. She's getting performances and performing at festivals and stuff now.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Joyce. Great.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, no. That album like with Freddie Gibbs. That's great.
Oh my
God. She does
on a Lucky Day.
Yeah. 100%. Like, no,
really good. Really good. But coming in at number 9 for me, is someone that his album just really surprised me. Maybe because he hadn't dropped the album in a few years.
Yeah.
But I forgot how much I loved this guy. Like, his voice is amazing.
Yeah.
And then he pulled up and did a song with Brandy. Neptune. Gallant. Number 9. Man, such an amazing album. Such an amazing album. Top to bottom. No skips. If you haven't heard it, go listen to Neptune by Gallant.
Couldn't agree with you more. Couldn't agree with you more.
Album's amazing.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Number 8.
I'm gonna throw out an honorable mention.
Okay. Yeah.
To Duke Nukem.
Oh.
Right. Oh my God, bro. That's a gym album. That's just like a man. And normally I don't like listening to hype music when I'm in the gym. Like I like to listen to R&B in the gym. I'm weird, or I like to listen to like jazz. Like, I like slow stuff because I like to I'm breathing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a weirdo. Maybe some of y'all might be doing that. Some of y'all might listen to like more chiller stuff in the gym. But I just found myself one day just like throwing it on, and it's just it. And I think he's from Memphis. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's Duke Deuce it's fun.
Yeah.
So Duke Nukem, Duke Deuce. Honorable mention, but I will say coming in at numero 8.
Okay.
Hiatus Coyote, Mood Variant. Grammy nominated.
Yeah.
And it's one of those like, I think the higher the albums rank, what's interesting is that there might be skips on the album, perhaps because like you might hear me for some of them like no skips or something there. But what it is, it's like it's more mood music, and it's almost like it's a sonic antidepressant. It's just like you just put it on, and it's just like your heart feels warm, your chakras open up and get aligned. It's just like you get shout out to my man K first. Him and Rachel say get chakravated. Get chakravated. Like they be killing me.
Oh man.
But now Mood Variant, Grammy nominated. It's beautiful album. Napalm, the lead singer, just always her voice is just like it's magic. It just Mood Variant.
Okay. Nice.
Hiatus Coyote.
Good.
Okay. Number 8.
Dope.
Number 8.
Before I do number 8, just a quick honorable mention for another album that I really enjoyed.
Run it.
This guy I'm gonna have to go see on tour because I haven't seen him yet next year. One of my favorite artists growing up, Wale's Forlorn 2. I don't know if you've heard that album. It's actually a really good album. Really good album if you listen to it. A lot of good tracks in there. Did you give it a listen? I wasn't feeling it. Man, I like that album.
Sorry.
I'm a big Wale fan, though. So.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I love Wale, but I don't know why his albums don't move me.
Really? See, I like this one. But
okay.
I don't know.
I'm gonna give it another shot.
Yeah, give it another shot.
I am.
It's good.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I know it's a sample, but the Poke It Out is great.
It's good.
I really
Poke It Out is really good.
I love it.
Really
I drop it whether people want it or not. But I'm like, I throw that on because I'm just like, no, I want it. That's one of those like Poke It Out is one of those like I want it. Of course, I mix my favorite thing with Poke It Out. And like oh
it's a good song.
I love
really
Poke
good song.
It Out. Really good song.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Yep, number 8 from me is an artist that I know for a fact we're gonna hear on Malcolm's list later on. But for me, it's coming in at number 8. Not an artist that Malcolm knows that I personally love, but this album, I can't lie, had some amazing production, some amazing songs you can really sing along with and rock, and also Grammy nominated. Call Me If You Get Lost, Tyler the Creator. Coming in really good. That was really surprised me.
Yeah.
And like I said, all of these artists above Drake surprised me because I know I was getting from Drake.
Yeah.
So this was really good. So I can't lie. Damn. And you know I'm not a Tyler fan. I can't say
I know.
I wouldn't call myself a Tyler fan.
100%.
But that was a good album.
I love it. I really do. Okay.
Number 7.
Number 7 goes to Gallant Neptune. Just it.
Oh, Chef's Kiss. Album was amazing.
Just it. You've said what would need to be said.
Yeah,
but like
absolutely.
It again, songwriting, vocal, production, Gallant once again. Like I adore him. I really did. I actually interviewed him back.
I was about to say that.
God, 2012. Like not to stunt, but it's just really interesting.
It's crazy.
And like the radio career, man. Like
because was that around the time that
That was the Zebra EP time.
Oh, okay.
That was before that. That was before Ology.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, man. Like
yeah.
and Brock, like I'm just. I'm always gonna ride for my man. Yeah. Like for real. Like
he been killing it.
Killing it.
Killing it.
So Gallant number 7, and
got an honorable mention.
I have an honorable mention. I have to throw out. God, I don't know. I'm a little like, ugh, it didn't make my list because I'm looking at the list and I'm just like, no, the other albums got more of my love. Isaiah Rashad, House is Burning.
Oh, good album. Such a really good album.
Incredible album.
Really good album.
I don't know. You know, like I went into it wanting one thing, and I think it's been years, and people just want so much out of a TDE, affiliated artist, but an artist nonetheless who has consistently just like done him and spoken his just own truth and really takes the time and steps away from. I really respect his like his I respect his gangster. Like he's just very real. House is Burning.
Okay. Got you. Honorable mention. Nice. All right. For me, coming in at number 7 was an album that was my second played this year. An artist that I really, really thoroughly enjoyed. The only thing I can say about his album, because I went back and forth with number 7, number 8, is wasn't a lot of sing along with me tracks on here. And we talked about this. But his performance on tour and then watching him perform at Rolling Loud in the rain was so amazing that it made the album even better than me. So I'm talking none other than Cold World, J. Cole, The Off Season, coming in at number 7. Really, really good album. He gave some of his best bars, I think.
Wow. No, he rapped his ass off.
Oh, for sure.
He rapped his ass off.
Really good album.
I will say it just had no replayability for me, and so
it was very few songs that is like, oh, single worthy or sing along with me. Like Pride is the Devil was good, My Life, stuff like that. But if you like bars and beats, that's the album.
100%.
Yeah.
Number 6. Y'all know I love to dance. I need something groovy.
You do.
Need something to feel. Jungle did that again with Loving in Stereo.
Okay.
I want to say it's Grammy nominated. I don't think we talked about it. I don't know. But amazing. Keep Moving, one of my most played songs of the year. It just I want to say it's Bonnie Hill on the album is also just like this amazing. I would play it for you on the podcast, but we don't have the rights to it. I'll play it for you after recording. It's so good.
Yeah, we can do that.
It's really good, man. Like, I love that album, Loving in Stereo, Jungle. If you don't know, but it really comes into my number 6.
Got you.
It's up there. again, you put it on, you're gonna groove, you're gonna smile, you're just gonna feel good.
I love it.
The songwriting, the production, the instruments, man,
that's dope.
I can't say I can't say enough about it.
Yeah.
And I do want to throw out an honorable mention.
Okay.
To my Grammy snub artist.
Oh my God, I know what's coming.
The Culture 3. I don't know why y'all sleeping on Amigos. I don't. I'm hurt.
Oh, that album was really good.
Like, man,
best gym album of the year.
Yo, that's the best gym album of the year. Like, it really, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, like, I really have the Culture 3 like Duke Deuce.
Yeah.
Going nuts.
That's a good question for people who work out. Like, what was your best gym album?
Like, what's best gym album? So
yeah.
it's like, like Duke Deuce. Like, I saw my gym albums because, again, I don't listen to hype shit in the gym. Like, so I could really give it to Duke Deuce and Culture 3.
For
like,
sure. Yeah, Culture 3 easily.
Like, Culture 3 was like really in. Well, like I was really putting in some work, so like I just don't know why people don't have Culture 3 in the conversation more. I want to throw them out there.
Okay. I'm not mad at it. Coming in at number 6 for me. I really, really love to sing. You know this, bro. I can't sing that well. I can find a note here and there.
Yeah, you can. No, you're good. You're good.
But I just love to sing, man. I love music that's going to make me sing and that I can actually feel and vibe with.
Ooh.
And if you don't have a track that I'm skipping and I can sing from beginning to end, we really in love. And this dude has done it time and time again for me. Table for Two, Lucky Day. My God, what an amazing album. I mean, this album was so good. I'm low-key mad looking at it that I have it at number 6. That album was that good. It was really good. You wasn't feeling it, huh? Grammy nominated as well. Grammy nominated album. Table for Two, Lucky Day. It was only 7-8 tracks. It was that good.
You know what?
Man, that song with Yepa.
Yes. How much can a heart take? I love that song. You know what? I've been sitting here with this like shocked face this whole time because he's not.
Oh, it's okay. Well, I got on mine. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Lucky Day, I'm here for you, brother. Oh man.
But it was really good. But no, I didn't listen to it much. It was good. It had some great tracks on it. Like it was great. Like I can't say it wasn't. It
just didn't make your list. I know.
It just didn't make the list.
Okay, that's fair. What you got at number 5?
Number 5.
All right. Nitty gritty.
We into it now. We into it now. Number 5. I love her growth.
Mm-hmm.
I've ridden with her ever since the first single. But like even after she protested and shaped her head and started making more music that was self-aware, and just becoming her own woman and becoming her own self and becoming her own being and becoming her own light.
Mm-hmm.
She's just grown, and this year she dropped like her best album yet. My humble opinion. It was an homage to Y2K pop punk music. Her writing, her production, her instrument playing, her growth as an artist. It all speaks in this album. Okay, the album is called Lately I Feel Everything. Her name is Willow. And if you don't fuck with her album,
that's me.
Get out. Don't leave, please don't. Thank you so much for being here. It's just really good, man. I just really connected with it. I love Willow. She's great, man, and she just continues to come into hers. I love Willow.
Yeah, I've never been.
The album is great.
Fan.
Like it's in at my number 5. Like Transparent Soul, one of my most played, like the lead single of the album, one of my most played songs of the year. But like Lipstick is amazing. There, the song with Avril Lavigne. She got an Avril Lavigne feature. Yo, so great. Oh man. Yeah, man. No, she got some other really killer stuff on there. Like just Willow is phenomenal.
Okay.
Album's called Lately I Feel Everything. It's in at number 5.
Dope.
My honorable mentions.
Because we know you got one. Malcolm, the only person with a top 10 honorable mention list and a top 10 album list.
Okay, no. Look. I'll save it for the end.
You good. Go ahead. Throw it out.
I want to get in the top 5.
All right, for sure.
The objective top 5.
I'm gonna save my honorable mention too because I actually have one, but I'm gonna save it.
Okay.
Number 5. I love to sing, like I just said.
Yeah.
Gotta sing. But this is an artist that I'm ashamed to say I came on too late. But she is so amazing.
Yeah.
Her album, I know some people didn't really care for it. They was like, "Oh, she's changed." I don't care. This is maybe like an intro album for me.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely amazing. And I play this album a lot and sing my heart out to this album. Grammy nominated as well. Give it up for her. Back on my mind, coming in at number 5.
I was so curious. I was like, who?
Bro, her.
Yeah.
That album was really, really good. Back on my mind with Top Dollar Sign. Oh my God.
Interesting.
Bro.
I gotta run it back.
Malcolm, please run it back.
I gotta run it back.
I don't think there's any skips on it either. That's what's crazy. And it's a long album.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll run it.
Yeah.
I'll run it. Okay.
Here we go. Number 4.
Number 4. We in it, y'all.
We're getting up there.
We in it. I just want to look at my list. Black women have dominated my top 10. I really.
That's my first black woman on here. Huh? Black men have dominated mine.
It's okay. It's okay. No. And then it's like it just continues on with number 4. It's just what I'm realizing now. It's like as I get to the top, man. Little Sims. Sometimes I might be introvert.
Really good.
I love Little Sims. I was playing Little Sims on Blazing in the Morning, yo.
Yeah.
Like for those that know.
UK rapper.
She
cold bars.
Just and a lot of y'all know, like I really don't be one for like what you call it, long albums.
Mm-hmm.
But like
track on track.
Like it's just
yeah.
You put it on. It's new music. Like the bars ain't one skipped. It's introspective. The bars you just be like, damn. It's one of those where and like in her delivery,
so good.
It's just you catch every word and it's really liquid swords. It just hits you and you connect with it and you feel it. Little Sims don't get the love that she deserved. She is in at my number 4.
Yeah,
solid.
She was an honorable mention for me, only because I listened to that album late.
Sure.
Again, it's such a good album, though.
But it's great.
But
great.
Yeah. Shout out to Little Sims. For me, coming in at number 4 is an album that I can't lie. Malcolm actually introduced me to this artist and this album, and there's not a lot of albums I listen to that are new that would hop into my top 10 like this.
Yeah.
But this album I listen to so much without any skips, and this guy is amazing. Shout out to Topaz Jones with "Don't Go Telling Your Mama." Coming in at number 4. If you haven't heard of this guy like I hadn't, go listen to it.
You know why I'm screaming? Because he's my number 3.
Wow. Man.
Don't go telling your mama.
Bro.
Like, I love that album. Front to
really
back, my number 3. I'm freaking like.
Yo, it's a really good album.
My
such a good, like you said earlier, it was a concept album. We're talking about it.
It just transports you to like family.
Yeah.
And it puts you there, yo. Like I've been talking about mood music, right? This year it's been about healing. It's been about peace. It's been about black joy, and it's just like that's what it represents.
Facts.
Is black joy, yo. That's my number 3.
Yeah.
Like that album is great front to back. You put it on, it's blackness.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's dance. It's upbeat. It's uplifting. It's just real. Like I really thoroughly enjoy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Number 3. That was number 3 for you.
Don't go telling your mama. Like 100%. That's my number 3.
Okay. For me, number 3. Is an artist that I've loved for a while now. I didn't really like his last album, so this album was big for me. And the way he performed on this album was absolutely amazing. He came with everything. I don't think there was any skips on this album for me personally, and it gave me everything I needed from a rap perspective, but then gave me some songs I could really sing along with and vibe with too. Didn't make your list, but this guy is famous for Sylvia Demo. I got to give it to Isaiah Rashad at number 3.
Wow, yes.
That album was really good to me, man.
Yes.
That was like my 3rd or 4th most played album this year.
Yeah.
Like, I really like that album.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Front to back. We're running it up right now. Yo, I'll be honest, I don't have it. Like, I'm torn between my number 1 and my number 2 right now.
You know, this is why we're here. You better pick something. Number 2.
My number 2 album.
Drum roll, please.
Of the year. I'm going to give it 2. Call Me If You Get Lost.
Got you. Okay. I know. I knew it was going to be up there. Knew it was going to be up there.
All right, my number 2 is going to Tyler. Y'all, I ain't gotta say, y'all know how I feel about Tyler.
Yeah, we are.
Y'all,
yeah.
just I adore the album.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna reserve somebody else for it.
Okay, fair. For me,
For
number
one.
2, Malcolm actually mentioned this album earlier.
Yeah.
And even though it was a late release, I called it from the day they announced it that this album might win Album of the Year. And the only reason he didn't is because this album at number 1 is just too good. But
like
this album at number 2 is so good. I listen to it every day since it's been released. I listen to the single almost every day from when it was released. And the album's amazing. I'm talking to none other than two of my single favorite artists, Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak,
come on.
known as Silk Sonic.
Sonic, come on.
An Evening with
Silk
Sonic.
Sonic?
Goodness gracious. The album was so good. Wow. Loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Silk Sonic. We rocking with you.
With Silk Sonic.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. And I want to say, if we're in tune, that our number 1 may be Consensus. We got a Consensus number 1? Do we do
We
it?
don't agree on shit, bro.
Did we do it?
Come here. We live, baby. Come on. Come here. Come on. Y'all look.
Man.
If you follow me on social media, I done posted it up. Spotify exposed me. I'm glad you agree.
Bro, this album spoke to me in such a way. Oh my gosh, this album is so good.
Can we run through tracks like Magnolias?
Motorbikes?
Steam?
Blue Mesas?
Why Don't You Touch Me?
Ooh, it's so good.
Front to back.
Details?
Shown Up?
Sweeter?
What?
Bro. This album is amazing.
Leon?
Oh my
God. Leon?
Talk about Bridges? Man, Leon Bridges, bro. Shout out to you, man.
Gold Digger Sound.
Best album I've heard in a while.
I love that
man,
unanimously coming in at our number 1.
Oh yeah, it had to be.
I'll run you through the honorable mentions, but
yeah.
Otherwise, but number 1 album of the year for me.
Mm-hmm.
For me.
No, for the show. You speak for the show now. This is for the show.
For the show. So listen, I'm speaking on behalf of both of us here.
Sir.
It's album of the year, y'all.
Yep.
And if you don't agree, you just still keep listening. So thank you so much for being here. But listen to it, y'all. It's so good.
Bro, it's amazing.
The album is incredible front to back. I've honestly loved every Leon Bridges album.
Bro, the vocals, the songwriting,
he's great, just everything,
production,
everything.
Oh, it made you feel something. I told you that. I love to sing and feel something. 100%. He gave me both. Man,
I love to dance. I just love I love it all. Leon Bridges, front to back song, as you said, songwriting, production, everything.
It was everything. Nope. There you have it, man. Top 10. Quick honorable mentions before we break. I'll throw some out real quick while you're looking. Shout out to Blast and Bino. You know I'm a big Blast fan.
Yeah.
They dropped a 6-tape 2 this year that was really
100%.
good. And then we already shouted out Little Sims as well. So
all right, I'm throwing out literally just 2. There's just 2 honorable mentions. I'm gonna throw out Vince Staples. Self-titled was awesome, and this is album 0. Okay, it's not above 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's not below 10, but it's album 0. You know what I'm saying? The one, it's the experiment. It's the one that got out the lab, and you're like, oh shit, this one, it wasn't supposed to be in the top 10, but it's like, hey, this motherfucker out here. Zach Fox, shut the fuck up talking to me. Yo, the Zach Fox album was incredible, front to back. It was more than a gym album. That Zach Fox's album was.
That's funny.
Oh my God, man! I'm talking bars. I'm talking production.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking that was a fire ass album. I loved it.
It was a fun album.
Zach Fox's shut the fuck up talking to me.
Well, that was our top 10, y'all. We got to hear from you guys.
Yeah, 100%.
Shout us out or DM us, message us, drop a comment. at Unfiltered Gems Podcast. Let us know what your top 10 is, or if you agree with our number one. If you didn't, what would you add? What would you take away?
We want to know.
Let us know.
And honestly, if you're here to debate it, we can debate it. We can find
that's what we do. We do this every week. So, that
fine.
ain't no problem.
That ain't no problem.
We're going to take a quick break. Do you like incredible musical performances and engaging conversations? Well, we've got both of those things for you right here at Mental Notes Live, the talk show focused on giving you tools to grow your faith, mindset, and progress. Hosted by yours truly, Ryan Hale. Be sure to follow us everywhere on any social media platform at Mental Notes Live, and go catch up on all of our previous episodes by visiting mentalnoteslive.com. My mind.
Yeah. That's how you feel?
Yeah, I feel
good. That's how you feel.
Stupid.
I love it. Welcome back. Unfiltered Gems.
Yes.
At Unfiltered Gems Podcast. Everywhere, subscribe to the YouTube page. Subscribe wherever you're listening. Do the work, people.
Leave a comment.
Do it all. Rate us on iTunes. You have homework. Listen to this podcast right now. You have homework. Do all those things. We greatly appreciate it.
We do. That we do.
We got around to the show the way that we have been doing for the past, we're on episode 6.
Yep.
For the past 6 episodes of our show. It's awesome. We're on 13, baby? No,
yeah.
12? 13?
13, I think.
12?
I think it's not. 12 or 13.
It's still at 13.
Okay, 13.
Look at that, Joe. Wow, we out here. Thank y'all again so much for the support. But as we do for the past 6 of our episodes, we got to talk about the latest episode of Insecure.
Man. Their goal is to have me all in my feelings.
What's that? What's that? Zach on YouTube. Black women. Like that is all I can think of when I think about this episode, man.
True. Facts. 100%. Black women ruled and ran this episode with such grace.
It was awesome.
It was amazing.
Commanded the screen. All the performances were stellar. We got to get into the nitty gritty of the tea. I don't think, I don't think Issa loves Nathan.
We starting there, huh?
Not
even right in.
Not one bit.
Well, yeah. So Nathan says, "I love you" at the very end of that. Towards the end of that, very end of the episode. Calls her up after the argument, lets her know, like, hey, I love you. I always have. And I believe, I think we talked this off air. Like, yeah, I believe Nathan. Me too. And I think the always have was stronger than the original I love you, because the I love you hit a little less because it was so long after Issa said it.
Sure.
But the always have is like, yo, I've been going through my stuff. Yeah. I've been scared. I've been fearful, but I always love you. Yeah. I've always loved you.
And I believe Nathan.
Yeah, it was genuine.
That was, I just don't know. Maybe it's just how we're seeing the energy of Lawrence and Issa moving. I'm still not rooting for him. I'm not saying I'm rooting for it. We talked about this. I'm not rooting for it. I think we need to dive in.
I don't know what I'm rooting for at this point. No, I really don't. I'm so lost. I don't want to root for her, but then it's like, do I? Should I? Man, who do I root for? Whose team she on?
Oh my God!
I'm like all up, bro. When Tiff said in the episode, though, sorry to cut you off.
No.
Sorry in the episode, it doesn't have to always be the right choice. It just needs to make sense to you. That hit Issa.
It did.
And hit me too. I can't lie. No, but it did hit Issa, because it's like, it needs to make sense to you, because the right choice for everyone is most times, or not most times, but lots of times, especially when it comes to relationships, it's always subjective. What's right for you may not be right for somebody else.
100%.
What's right to you may not be right to somebody else.
10,000%.
So for Issa never said she didn't want to be a stepmom. Molly said that in the episode. Oh, she did it because she didn't want to be a stepmom. Issa never said that. Issa never said that she didn't want to be with Lawrence. Issa's still feeling bad a year later about how she handled things with Lawrence. You said it before, and I have to give you credit because you are correct. She is still in love with Lawrence.
Yeah.
I disagree with you on she's not in love with two people, though. She is in love with Lawrence still. You don't pour your heart out like that in that way. There's still something there.
Well, of course there's something there.
More okay, fine. You're right. Because there's always something there with an ex. There's more than something there. She's still in love with him. And I will say this. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. We'll never know because of the way they write the show.
A smoke break.
We'll never know. We'll never know.
I'm stressed.
Hold on. We'll never know this. And I would love to hear your opinion. But I'll say this. If Nathan didn't say, I love you to Issa, Issa picks up that phone call at the end of that episode. I bet my money on that.
I think either way she picks up the phone.
Well, she didn't pick it up. It went to voicemail.
Oh.
And I don't think the way they're writing this, I don't know if we're going to see that again until episode 10.
Ooh.
But if that call doesn't happen or if they don't talk,
boy.
she picks it up. She already wanted to call him.
Yeah.
When they left the house, she didn't go to that she didn't go grab that phone. Nothing you can say to me will make me think that she went to grab that phone to call Nathan or look for a message from Nathan. She went to pick up that phone to think again about calling Lawrence. Molly said, if you sober tomorrow and want to call him, hit him up. She's still in love with that man. And I'm not going to say that we can get a miracle, but my God, if we get Issa and Molly back and Issa and Lawrence.
Why is that the miracle? Why is that the miracle?
Because it shouldn't, because it's gonna shock everyone. That's what a miracle is. It shocks everyone. It's something that you never think will happen.
Is Lawrence and Issa getting together? Is that the miracle?
You don't think that would be a miracle if they got back together after all of this?
It's a fairy tale ending, and I think maybe I want something more.
I know you don't want the fairy tale ending. You said that before.
Yeah.
I don't want a fairy tale ending per se, but I do want a realistic ending, and I think it's realistic. I think everything that's happened so far is realistic. I don't think it's fairy tale.
You think Issa being a stepmama realistic?
It happens all the time.
No, it does.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but like does that feel like
depends on how they write it?
Does that feel like the objective, maybe not the subjective?
I don't know. I wouldn't say I think that's the objective, but the way they write it could make it very realistic and
yeah,
it's all going to depend on the writing.
But maybe that's why I say it's fairy tale. Like I don't know, because it's like exactly like it's the objective. It seems like the right. It seems like everything just right. Like so, they're always gonna come back together.
But no one insecure. Maybe they're gonna end it with them not getting back together and they just have a conversation or something like that. You know, remember they ended one of those seasons with
the writing is gonna be like
Bro, the writing is gonna make us lose our minds, and I know the finale is not gonna give us everything.
Issa and Jay Ellis are about to perform the best dialogue of their lives on screen, and it's like I'm gonna be bawling my eyes out.
That's why I don't.
Right, bro. Crying.
That's why I don't think we're gonna see it till episode 10.
Damn,
I don't think we're gonna see it till episode
10. I hopefully maybe over the next few episodes, then we get just more development of the characters. I think we want to see really what happens. Like I loved Tiffany and Amanda Seal's performance, and just y'all moving, y'all like it's gonna happen, and that's real. Like I think we had people moving, after college, or
but it was real emotion there. Like I'm scared.
Yeah, like I'm scared.
What if I get depressed again? Dang,
yo, that hit, and I was like, oh,
me too.
Because it's like you do cultivate a support system around you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like moving, especially when you do, and it's like it is a privilege to have a support system around you. Not everyone has that,
Exactly.
I'm not getting emotional, I promise. I'm just like,
you're good.
I had to clear my throat before. It's like, not support, even though it's like I really love my support system. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is very real because you do cultivate that. You cultivate a support system of people around you. And, I started off talking about like black women, but it was like this episode just, it was every shot just really showed like, this beauty in black women and then in their relationships,
right?
I'd say in their relationships despite adversities. It's like think about just a few episodes ago. It's like we're really talking about do Issa and Molly last, and it's like, damn, okay, it's genuine, like they're really doing it.
And Molly's giving some good advice. That advice she gave her was good, simple but good.
Okay, but Torian, good or bad?
I've never been a fan of Torian. obviously, for obvious reasons. He's been a jerk most of the seasons.
Yeah.
But, I mean, now that we're seeing his character develop more and seeing him be more of a good guy, from what it seems, maybe that's what she needs. I don't know. With Molly's dating situation, it's always tough, bro. I never know what she wants, or if she's just excited about about the hot new thing. So
looking for escape.
Yeah. We'll see, bro. That's the one character that I am still hoping grows a lot more is Molly. She's grown a lot.
You think Molly's the finale? Like, do you think maybe this show's gonna be more by the end? It's gonna be actually more about Molly's. Like,
no, I don't think that, because we're more invested in Issa.
Okay.
So I don't think they're gonna do us like that.
Okay.
But I will say this: I do hope that the next 3 episodes we see more growth of Molly over these 3 episodes, because she's got a lot going on with her. There's a lot of angles to go from.
There's a lot
going on with her mom, touring, her friendship with Issa, how she does counseling Issa through this whole situation or whatever. Like, there's a lot of angles that we can see growth from her in that can really shape how we view her at the end of this show. So I'm excited to see her growth more than anything. But Issa and Lawrence, bro, I have no idea. I don't even know what like I said, I don't even know what I'm rooting for at this point. I don't even know. I don't even know. I got no idea. Yeah.
I'm stressed. Think about like Issa Lawrence.
When she turned over that phone and it cut to Lawrence, bro, I about passed out.
Yo, because you're like, oh, who is it? And it is like, and then the episode ends, you're like, world stop.
Literally. And for a second, I was like, dang, why is Lawrence calling her? That's so weird. And then I had to remember that scene that we haven't talked about yet with Lawrence and Condola, how they've grown so much. Talk about growth.
Yeah.
Man, their relationship outside
I was almost rooting for him.
Yeah, I thought they was gonna get back together for a second.
But I don't know if I thought they were gonna get back together, but I thought there was just some heated fellowship that might happen.
Oh.
That's what I thought was like just gonna be the thing. What? I'm sincere.
Yeah, it did look a little steamy at times.
It looked like the onset of heated fellowship.
He's stupid.
Just...
But it was cool to see how they were both genuine about wanting each other to be happy, and the growth that they've made from episode 2 on to now. I would dare say, and obviously you can correct me if I'm wrong. I would love to hear your thoughts on this, but I think that those two have grown the most this season.
Lawrence and Condola. You know what it is, but there hasn't been enough development there.
It hasn't been enough development, but they have.
I will say,
a lot of growth.
Like they have not taken up a lot of screen time this season.
No, they haven't.
Enough for me to really want to be like.
True, but from what we've seen from that second episode to now, it's like, dang, he done moved back and everything.
And again, I want to know, like, so what are you doing? Like, I mean, naturally, your child does that, but like, what are your motives? And I want to know more then.
I don't think there's any motives there other than him just actually humbling himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
And him hearing that you're a good dad from her was like, it looked like that was everything.
I think, but every father would want to hear.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm saying from where he came from at 100%. The beginning with them just fighting 100%. Like cats and dogs to now, it's like
100%.
Yeah. So I don't think there's no motive there. I just think he just finally, like you made the comment of it, like he's going to have to choose. Like you can't be trying to ball out with this whole career and stuff like that, and you're gonna have to pick something.
Yeah.
So sound like a pick a son, which he should have.
Yeah.
So
100%.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. Man.
We'll see, bro. It's crazy. Crazy.
I'm stressed.
Me too.
Stressed.
Me too.
But we love this show. Man, our Insecure rap here at Untitled Gems.
Yeah. I'm more stressed. There's only 3 more episodes.
I know. What they said the Sunday before Christmas, right?
Yeah, I think so. That will put us at Sunday before Christmas. Yep.
Something like that.
12th, 19th. No. Sunday after Christmas?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that. 12th. Oh, man.
Yeah, Sunday after Christmas. Yeah. 12th, 19th, 26th. Yeah.
Holy cow. A show that we love, the culture loves. We got to keep the conversation going. We want to know your thoughts about Insecure.
Absolutely.
At Untitled Gems Podcast. You already know. Send us a DM. Send us an email on untiltgemspodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. I want to know from the people, too, like, who are you rooting for, Issa and Molly? Are you rooting for Issa and Nathan? Whose team are you on? Because that's a big one.
That's what I really want to know.
Who you got? Who you rooting for if you had to choose right now?
Wait, am I rooting for
Issa and Nathan or Issa and Lawrence? Torn, huh? tougher. It's tougher than you thought.
I don't think I'm rooting for either.
We're rooting for Issa to be single.
I'm rooting for Issa to be happy and consistent.
I know. Yeah, consistent. She has been inconsistent.
Damn, like I mean, like just that as the theme across the episode of her realization, right? Because everyone having to give her the validation, the reinforcement of like, hey, like,
right,
whatever you want to do is right. So don't feel like you have to do anything for anyone else.
Yeah, yeah. I would align with that.
So that's what I want.
Yeah,
I
would side with it. Because I don't know if. I think at times Issa has invested too much of her happiness in a relationship, like a lot of people. I've done it myself before. So you have to come to a place where your happiness is not. Yeah. Don't start with that little inside joke from Malcolm there. But anyway, you can't have your happiness associated with another person. You need to just learn how to be happy with just you. It's not a bad thing to date or be in love with somebody, but how are you happy with just you first? So hopefully Issa gets to that point and then she can make a clear-minded decision. It's just going to be tough. Woo-wee, it's going to be tough. If she end up calling things off of Nathan, if you talking about I love you and all this stuff. Good. Nathan, if that happens. Because I'm thinking if I was Nathan, I would be hot. Hot.
I would be hot. Hot.
Man, I would be upset. Oh man, I would make me so mad.
Oh boy, it's a curio. It's getting. I mean, they're just a beautiful season.
Yeah,
we love it. We adore it. We want to know your thoughts. As we said, you know the ats.
Yep.
We here, baby. We outside. We outside. I don't know why this is like the. We out here, baby.
It's stupid.
These are no gang signs, I promise. I just throw my hands down.
Hands up like that.
In a neutral way. To not trigger anybody. I'm just we out here, baby. Yes, thank you for being here in person. I'm excited. We got a bunch of awesome content that we're gonna be creating this week. So we're really excited for you guys to check it out. And then I mean, thank you guys always for listening and watching and subscribing on the YouTubes. Like you see us here. What's up? Our beautiful faces.
That's right.
Be sure to go ahead.
Oh, my bad. I was gonna say be sure to give us a follow on all the social media platforms at Unfiltered Gems Podcast. Shout us out, give us a follow, do all that good stuff.
Yeah. And happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all of that.
Merry Xmas.
Okay. Don't Merry Christmas. But yeah, I'm right here, bro.
I'm Malcolm Alexander. My man here in person. I'm just loving life right now. This has been the Unfiltered Podcast. We'll see y'all.
See you next week.